Oh, this smells so good.
So recently, someone in my family, not much older than me, has been diagnosed with breast cancer. You probably have heard of these cases around you, and you know that cancer rates in younger and younger people have been on the rise. In women, there are particular increases in cervical, thyroid, and breast cancers. Although we don't know the answers for sure, but there have been many studies showing that these increases in cancer rates are strongly linked with our exposure to environmental toxins and endocrine disruptors. So these environmental toxins apparently are everywhere in our homes. Our personal care products and home products are filled with them, but also there are a lot of toxic chemicals in our clothes, our furniture, our walls. Not to mention, they are definitely present in our food packaging, our food, and our water. So according to my Google search and the site ewg.org, these are some of the most common and toxic chemicals in our homes. I definitely recognize some of these: pesticides, molds, ammonia, and formaldehyde, phthalates, definitely in my perfume, and BPAs we've all heard of, chlorine, lead in paint, and PFAS chemicals in like the cookware, and VOCs, which are volatile organic chemicals. I think that's in a lot of our cleaning products and these other chemicals. So apparently, the average American woman uses about 12 personal care products on a daily basis, which adds up to about 168 different chemicals. And even the average man use about 6 different personal care products, which can add up to 85 different chemicals. So reading these stats, I first thought, like, no way, I definitely don't use that many products. I consider myself more of a minimalist than a maximalist, and I don't try to spend too much time in front of the mirror. But of course, I'm still just a regular girl. I love cleaning myself and making myself look nice. So instead of feeling overwhelmed or judging myself, I'm more just curious about how many personal care products and home care products I use on a daily or weekly basis. So I've decided to do an observation and take an inventory of these things today.
Okay, so we're going into my bathroom and I'm going to show you my medicine cabinet to see exactly what I use. We have 3 shelves. On the top is stuff and like supplements that belong to my boyfriend. And then on the bottom 2 shelves are mine. So these are mostly like my skincare and stuff and my supplements and medicine. These 2 products, I use them very often. This one probably on a daily basis. I have very dry skin, so most of the time my skin is like peeling, like super tight and dry. So I definitely use a lot of moisturizers. This is my sunscreen. I only use it when I go out and it's very sunny outside. This is fractionated coconut oil. I use it on very rare occasions for my hair. And then finally, my guilty pleasure. Oh, this smells so good. Oh, I know perfume is probably like one of the most toxic products out there. It's got a bunch of like phthalates that is definitely bad for your body, but it smells like watermelon and it just makes me so happy and joyful every time I put it on. So for my teeth, I use this floss and this toothpaste that I just get from drugstores. Nothing special or anything, but those are 2 extra products. And now let's go over to my shower stuff. These are the products that we use. The 2 left bottles are mine. Those 2 are my boyfriend's. And just a shampoo and a conditioner. And then, yeah, I guess the confession for me is that I actually don't use any body wash. I guess this is kind of gross. Whenever I take showers, I don't actually use body soaps. I just rinse myself or like scrub myself. I actually sweat very rarely and my skin, like all of my body is dry all the time. So I feel like I never really need to, but maybe that's not a good thing. I don't know. It's mostly just because I'm lazy. So yeah, basically those are all the personal care products I use. I don't use any body care or deodorant or things like that. I don't really wear any heavy like foundation or makeup, and so I actually don't use any face cleansers or face wash. So now moving on to home care products. First up we have laundry detergent. which we use this laundry soap thing because it's like fragrance free and it's like less plastic packaging, but I'm sure it's got some other chemicals in there. And then in the kitchen, we use this all-purpose cleaner. I think this is probably very toxic, even though it says like green or whatever on it. And then dishwashing soap. Yeah. Ever since the pandemic, I've been really good with washing my hands with soap, like twice or maybe 3 times a day. And so I definitely use a lot of these. So I think that's pretty much it for the home: hand soap, dish soap, laundry detergent, all-purpose cleaners. We don't use anything like fabric softeners, antibacterial wipes, or air fresheners. Oh, but we do have these 2 things. We have this candle that we light very rarely, like maybe once every 3 months, but it does smell really good, so I'm sure it does have a lot of toxins in it, even though it says like 100% soy wax. And we also have this like Muji light scent diffuser thing. Definitely another product with chemicals.
So I am pretty surprised. I actually use a lot of products. I've totaled up about 9 personal care products, 4 that I use on a daily basis and 5 that I use on a weekly basis. And we have about 6 different home care products, and we use 4 on a very regular basis. I noticed I use especially a lot of cleaning agents, things like soap, detergents. It's actually shocking how many different types of soaps that we use. This is kind of a wake-up call for me. Like, I realized I'm definitely not a minimalist in this area. Like I said, I do really enjoy cleaning myself, and I enjoy a lot of these modern conveniences. So I do feel maybe a little bit guilty, but I am trying to get better at this. I'm considering phasing out my moisturizers and conditioners and maybe replace them with just like my coconut oil. And I've been trying to clean like my counters and surfaces with just water, or maybe making some kind of homemade cleaners. I think all you need is like white vinegar, water, and lemon. Overall, I thought this was a very helpful exercise. I recommend you trying it out as well. Just make an observation throughout your day and take an inventory of how many products that you use for your body and your home. The goal of this is not to get you overwhelmed or anxious about these chemicals. My philosophy is always just to observe and understand first, and then maybe see how you can improve or change. Just take your head out of the sand and take an honest look at how you're living. Consider why we live like this and what kind of conveniences and comforts these products bring us. There was definitely a reason why I brought these things into my home. Are they serving their purpose? If not, maybe consider decluttering them. If so, then what is their purpose? I've also noticed that many of these things seem almost essential to our daily lives. But I would say if we do want to live more simply, then we have to consider maybe reducing some of these extra things in our lives. Maybe we can sacrifice our need for our face and our hair to look perfect. Or maybe we don't have to have our towels and sheets feel super soft all the time. Sometimes I look at my cats and they kind of inspire me to live more naturally. Even though cats are considered cleaner than dogs, they still do funny things sometimes. They'll eat dust balls, they'll lie in the dirty corners around my toilet, and they'll often have eye poops hanging in the corner of their eyes for a whole day. But that doesn't affect the fact that they're just so natural, so at ease with themselves, and so adorable. They definitely remind me that I don't need to be so clean and put together all the time. And if I live in a more natural manner, maybe that'll actually be healthier for me. I hope you found this discussion interesting. Thank you so much for watching. And as usual, I wish you a peaceful rest of the day. Bye.